On a recent trip to Florida, I decided to do aerobatics. In order to do aerobatics, you have to do it on a special airplane, and you must wear a parachute so you can easily escape if something fails. We were doing aerobatics on Extra 330. That's a German aircraft specially designed for aerobatics flights. We departed from Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. It's not far from Miami private airport, where a lot of private airplanes are based. And after departure, we turned towards practice area. You are not allowed to do aerobatics over cities, universities, or any highly populated areas. FAA in the United States does not allow it, so you have to go to dedicated spaces which are away from populated areas and also away from arrival and departure routes for other aircraft. We started with a spin. Ever since I got my license, I always wanted to do a spin training. Spin is it's a yaw-aggravated stall, which results in rotation about the spin axis, and the plane basically loses altitude very quickly. So we practice a number of spins and recoveries from spins, which is pretty easy. You have to just give the opposite pedal, the opposite rudder. So you stop the yawing moment and then you unload your wings and gently recover. It's very important to recover gently, because if you pull too fast, you can end up in an accelerated stall. As we were practicing, my headset and microphone was always falling down because of G-forces. After spin, we did some barrel rolls, which are pretty easy to do on an Extra 330. You just push the control yoke to one side and the plane does it for you basically. All you need to look for is making sure that you don't lose altitude or gain altitude. Other than that, it's just a very simple motion, and Extra does it very easily. The next figure was a hammerhead, which is it's a great maneuver. You basically bring the nose up, and plane starts losing the speed. So as it loses the speed, when we're coming to the top of the hammerhead, we give a left pedal and start going down, and as we're going down, we did even one barrel roll. So then we gently recover, and after every altitude loss, we went into we would climb up in a spiral to gain altitude before trying something else. The next one was a half loop, or they call it Immelmann, by the name of a German pilot who was the first one to do it. So basically we're doing like a loop, but when we are at the top of the loop, we just do a barrel roll and fly the other way in an opposite direction. We also did some regular loops. Again, was pretty easy to do in an Extra. The only thing you have to pay attention to is make sure that your wings are level, that they are that way the loop will be in one plane, in one vertical plane. And then we also did a bunch of steep turns, and after that went back to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport and landed there. Extra is a bit tricky to land. It's a tail dragger, and like all tail dragger, it's prone to ground looping, so you have to be really alert. And even when you taxi on an extra, you can't see anything in front, so you have to constantly turn from left to right, looking on the side. Other than that, it's a very fun plane to fly. And it was a great fun lesson, and I would advise to every pilot to do spin training and just maybe fly on extra 330. It's a great fun airplane. Thank you all for watching.
Самый лучший пилотажный, первый пилотажный полет самый лучший.